From Adams Morgan to Anacostia Park, we all want safer neighborhoods. But what does real safety mean? Real safety means preventing crime before it happens. By having police work with communities to disrupt cycles of violence, by supporting families with stable housing, and providing more mental health and drug treatment. We know that adding more police and locking up more people doesn't make us safer. Real safety means investing in the things that help prevent crime. Learn more at Real Safety DC.
And we are live in 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. And welcome to another episode of Vanessa The Vivacious podcast show. We are so excited for you guys to be here today, and we are looking forward to having what we call a hodgepodge. Pretty much every episode is a hodgepodge if you think about it, and some of our older episodes are a little bit less in quality, but you know what? That's okay, because the quality of me spending time with you, that's everything. Normally on our show, we will start off with a song, and we alternate between content and then music, because who doesn't love to listen to music? I know I do. So enjoy this tune and enjoy everything that Epidemic Sound has to offer. So this is, I believe, Basics with Let's Get Out.
If you gotta go, let's feel it, cause I need it now. Money is a in it, I don't wanna think about it. So if you know the song, sing it, cause I need it now. Take me to a place where the music's loud. I don't wanna think right now. Flashing lights running through the crowd. I don't ever wanna stop. So let's get out, let's get out. I got money in my pocket and I'm about to fucking drop it with you now. With you now. Tear the roof off every building. I know I'll be spending millions with you. Just tell me what you wanna do. So let's get out, let's get out. I got money in my pocket and I'm about to spend it all.
And that was Basics with Let's Get Out. It is a super awesome tune. I cannot tell you how awesome it is, because it is pretty hopping. If you recall pre-COVID days, going to the club and dancing your butt off and just having a good time with your friends, God, that was good. It's been so long, like I can't even tell you when. Most of my friends now are married, or maybe they prefer to stay home, but as for myself, yes, I do like to get out and I love to travel. So when it comes to going out to dance, I'm so for it. Well, most of the time. Most of the time. I used to be for it all of the time, but now, sometimes you get a little tired, especially if you're working all night long. But I do love to dance and get out there because it's, great physical movement, but also it's a fun time, fun drinks, fun friends, fun music. What really can go wrong? Well, technically, some stuff can go wrong, and it has. I have some amazing, fun stories about being downtown in Austin and going crazy, and hubcaps flying down 6th or 5th Street. Not even sure. I remember whichever one had the Marriott, but it was amazing, amazing times. I want to talk a little bit about a segment that I kind of want to introduce. A new segment that is called Window into My Life. So, it's the 6th grade, and I remember that I took up playing the flute because my sister did. And my mom gave me a used flute from my sister, and she bought her a brand new flute, this really gorgeous Yamaha flute. And I thought, man, she is so lucky, and I really, really wish I had this beautiful flute. But I knew that my mom worked really hard for that flute. And so I took my sister's hand-me-down flute, and I practiced every day. And I made it my mission to become just as good, if not better, because, as a kid, you are very competitive and you want to be the best. And at that particular time, I wanted to beat my sister as far as music goes and playing a flute. So that's what I did. I practiced about 4 hours a day. I put my hands in the freezer so that way they could, stop hurting. And then I'd go back and I'd practice some more.
What if this was someone in your family that had a chronic illness that they could not get away from?
Millions of Americans live with a disease that has no cure.
And I was diagnosed with a rare form of sarcoma. The most immediate findings indicated that I should lose my leg. It ended up taking 4 clinical trials in 25 years to get me to this point.
Cures are within reach, if we invest in funding for life-saving medical research that's needed to find them.
Even if they're unsuccessful in my treatment, that they will have learned from my treatment that will be able to allow others to stand on my shoulders to be able to be helped.
Join the fight for cures. Tell your elected representatives to support American medical research. Visit unitedforcures.org/action to send a letter today. Paid for by United for Cures Action.
Step into the world of power, loyalty, and luck.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
With family, cannolis, and spins mean everything.
Now, you wanna get mixed up in the family business.
Introducing The Godfather at ChumbaCasino.com. Test your luck in the shadowy world of The Godfather slot.
Someday, I will call upon you to do a service for me.
Play The Godfather now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Welcome to the family.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
And I watched movies, I watched or listened to music, and I would write my own pieces of music on paper. I would listen to movies and hear the soundtracks and then transcribe the notes onto blank paper. So many things that I did with music, and so many things that came out of the, sibling rivalry that I had. But I ended up going to high school as first chair, and I stayed first chair throughout my entire high school time with playing the flutes. I started college back in 2002, playing the flute for a band there. But I didn't get to stay at that university, so things worked out how they did. And then I remember selling my flute to a pawn shop and feeling so sad that I sold it. But 15 years later, at the age of 30-something, I joined an orchestra, which later I would come to lead, which is its own story. But I started playing again at 30-something, and it was as if I never stopped. Just the muscle memory, the notes, the love of the music, that never leaves you. Didn't matter what you do or what you play, but the appreciation just never leaves you. I come from a background, at least personally speaking, not involving my family, but my own personal foundation is this. I can remember closing my eyes and being in the car with my mom and my sibling. I'm in the back seat and I have these headphones on. I have a Walkman or I have a disc player, and I'm listening to music. I'm listening to something that's instrumental, probably Yanni of all things, right? But I'm listening to Yanni and I'm watching movies in my head. And at the time, I thought that was pretty significant because I don't recall anyone else watching movies in their head with music. I thought that, oh, I must be different if I'm listening to this Yanni music, which is just full of like orchestral arrangements, other kind of instrumentals as well, but just these amazing arrangements. And I would envision, movies or action or storylines, plots, all happening with this particular music. So I thought, well, that's interesting. And as I grew up and I played music more, it just became a very close passion for me. It was an outlet. It still is. When I go to rehearsals now, it's like everything in the whole world just falls off like crumbs from a piece of toast. It all just falls, and I just get to live and breathe that music, and I'm so thankful that that orchestra exists and that I get to now lead it and represent it. It's amazing. It's a gift. But man, I can think of that when someone asks like, "Oh, how did you get started in video or film, or how did you know that you wanted to play music, or what made you, or how did you identify that you were creative and you wanted to share that with the world?" I have to go back to earlier memories of watching movies in my head and listening to music and having this really strong connection and really, really, I guess, strong sense of, I guess, not ownership or pride per se, but it was just this assured feeling that I knew how to take music that I hear and put it to either some sort of visual or put it to some sort of speaking part and really, really bring out an emotion in it. At least that's what I think that I've been able to achieve. I may be wrong. I could be totally wrong, but from what I recall in my previous experience, I've never been told that a piece of music wasn't right for something, so I kind of am super proud to be able to take music and place it to something and really give it an emotional layer. So that's been pretty awesome. But that's a story window into my life, so I hope you enjoyed that. Now let's lighten the mood with something a little bit lighter. So apparently there is a story in a German newspaper about this lady who walks into her house and is doing all of her daily things when all of a sudden she goes into the living room to put something away, and there is a pig just sitting there. It's not laying, it's not on its side, it's literally sitting there like a person. And so what does she do? She has a conversation with the pig and tells it, if you were rational and if you would, be so kind, please leave my house because I clearly did not invite you. I have animals of my own. But the pig just, stares at her and just watches her, and she says, fine, fine. If you want to have a discussion, we'll have a discussion. So they have a discussion, or she has a one-sided discussion. Of course, the pig's not going to talk. But it ends up being something that's really awesome for her. And she laughs, and she cries, and she just has this whole full range of emotions with this particular pig. And so at the end of the day, the pig does eventually leave. But it's just the funniest story to have this person have this pig walk into your house and then, just have this very human interaction with the pig. Too funny. Really, really funny. So that was some random German newspaper. In the future, though, we will go back to reading off of the news as far as these funny, interesting stories, but they are 1,000,000,009, so I assure you that there are more of those to come. Now we are going to listen to another song, and then we will move along. So enjoy this song. So I hope that I totally caught you off guard there as far as the song being a non-verbal song. I thought it was pretty interesting to give you something instrumental because it's kind of nice to think with instrumental music. As a closing for this particular episode, I wanted to kind of just do like a free association chat. So I'm going to pick a particular song, and then we will just go ahead and discuss whatever it is that comes to mind. So let's do that and see what we get. So, regardless of what it is that you're going through right now, just know that you're not alone. That no matter how much it might seem at times that you are alone, or if the universe insists on proving to you that you are in fact alone, just know that you're not. You're not, because there are so many people in this world that would love to spend the day with you and tell you that you're not. You're not because there are so many people that feel the exact same way as you. And by knowing that there are others who have a similar feeling, certainly not the exact same because they are not you, but there are certainly those out there that do share this particular feeling that that you may have. They may share similarities as far as what they're feeling, right? I think it's important to let our friends know that we love them, because we don't know what can happen between today and tomorrow, but what we can know, what we do know, is that we love them so much. And if you have one friend, if you have many friends, it's about the same. Having that person to connect with that you can really just talk to, and there's no agenda, there's no motivation. It's just pure friendship. It's just two people or more sitting together and having discussions, having time to bond, and just, really making the most out of time. So if you don't have any of those friends, I'm your friend. There's so many other people that are your friend that you may not know yet, but it'll happen and things will be okay. So just keep doing you, and please know that you're not alone and that you are most certainly loved. And with that, we will end this episode. We appreciate you guys so much for listening to this hodgepodge of an episode. I say hodgepodge when really it's practically my life. My life is a hodgepodge. I do so many different things, and I love every single thing that I do. Don't get me wrong. Doing one particular thing and doing it well is great for some, but for myself, I enjoy doing so many things, and I do my darndest to excel at it. So I sincerely love the fact that you're here listening to this, and I can't wait to bring you the next episode. Also, be sure to check out Are You Happy, who has a podcast that I get to have the privilege to work with. They have an amazing docuseries called Are You Happy, and it is just one of the most remarkable things that you've ever seen. Interviews with strangers who share a piece of themselves with you, and it's just an honor to view these interviews, but it's an honor to also go out and interview these people. So be sure to check them out. They are on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and their website, which is happypeople.me. So be sure to check that out. We will see you next show. This is Vanessa the Vivacious saying, don't forget to be vivacious.
Step into the world of power, loyalty, and luck.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
With family, cannolis, and spins mean everything.
Now, you wanna get mixed up in the family business.
Introducing The Godfather at ChumbaCasino.com. Test your luck in the shadowy world of The Godfather slot.
Someday, I will call upon you to do a service for me.
Play The Godfather now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Welcome to the family.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
If you're a maintenance supervisor for a commercial property, you've had to deal with everything from leaky faucets to flickering light bulbs. But nothing's worse than that ancient boiler that's lived in the building since the day it was built, 50 years ago. It's enough to make anyone lose their cool. That's where Grainger comes in. With industrial-grade products and dependable fast delivery, Grainger can help with any challenge, from worn-out components to everyday necessities. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.